What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Matt of Pig and Matt here. So, for roughly the last month, I decided to do something a little different and play the deck you see before you, Heroes. So the reason I played this is because it's had a bunch of new support. I've been sitting on a very high rarity version of the core for a while, and a guy at my locals lost at Nationals to this on stream. So I wanted to get paired against him for the joy of trolling the hell out of him. So, yeah. The deck's been performing super consistently. Have been doing pretty well with it. And I just wanted to show you guys my build. Although, I will make note, throughout the profile you will hear card choices and changes you can make depending on what. But yeah, I'm going to quit with the BS and show you guys my Elemental Hero deck profile. Alright, start this out. One copy of Elemental Hero Neos. You're forced to play this because of some of the newer cards, but at the same time, it's not the worst card because you can just search it from the deck, and it's really good. I play 2 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. You could play 3, but I just opted for 2 because I think the deck has a lot of, deck thinning cards that make it not too completely necessary. And I just wanted to fit in a couple other tech cards. But if you don't like some of them, you could just cut them and play a 3rd Stratos easily. 1 Liquid Soldier. Cards cracked. Everybody should be playing at least 1. 2 copies of Shadow Mist. It's multi-purpose, gets special summoned, you search Mass Change. It's really good. Or you could just send it off a lot of cards to get your combos going. Fantastic card. That's your Elemental Heroes. For your Destiny Heroes, just really small. 1 Plasma, 1 Denier, 2 Malicious. This is what you need mostly just to get going. And these will all do everything they need to do and then some. So yeah, but sometimes I kind of wanted to play more Destiny Heroes because I don't like when Fusion Destiny's dead, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do with the other ones. Also, for some reason, this card is still insanely good. I don't know why. Alright, so now for the Vision Heroes. Start out with, you play 3 copies of Ferris. He is the heart and soul of the whole deck. You ditch. He resolves. You basically get going. 2 copies of Increase. This is the brickiest brick to ever brick your hand that's not named Gemnite Garnet. But at the same time, you have to play 2 because the luck of every hero player, from here to Timbuktu, no matter how many cards you play over 40, you will draw this card, so you're just going to guarantee to have one in the deck. That's it. I also only opt to play 2 Vion. Some people play 3, that's fine, but I didn't need 3 most of the time. Just had enough for every copy of Increase, basically. Also, anyone playing this deck, make sure to never forget his effect to add polymerization. I did it a lot, and that just makes you hate your fucking life. Alright, so that's all the heroes. Now, the last 4 monsters are just some tech. The first one being my boy, Mr. Neospacian Aqua Dolphin. There's a guy at my locals that has been playing this deck forever, and he swears by this card. And whenever I do a lot of my combo test hands with it, I realize I don't use my normal summon. So, fuck it. I decided to opt for the Dolphin. Also, he makes a card in your extra deck a little bit better because of a cheeky tech card I'm playing. And then the last monster in the deck is 3 copies of Ash Blossom. I played it without hand traps for a while, but I needed something, and this is the most generic one, so that's why I play 3 of it. That one could be Droll and Lockbird too, because that card kind of absolutely shits on you, but I don't know. Alright, so now on to your fusion spells. 1 copy of Polymerization. You can play 2 if you want to cut a card in the extra deck, or just hopefully hard draw it to do more with your combo. but I just played one, kind of on the fence. One copy of Miracle Fusion. I don't think you need more than one, because you don't really have a lot of targets in your extra deck to utilize it as well as some people think, but that's just me. 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. This is basically a 1-card starter, and a really fucking good one at that. Sometimes I want to play more Destiny heroes just to make sure this is never dead, but you have cards to do stuff with it anyways. The last fusion spell is just 2 copies of Mass Change. Card's okay. I don't actually play a lot of masked heroes in my extra deck, so I think 2 is perfectly fine, but you could easily side the 3rd one, because there are times when Dark Law is just that good. The last hero spell card is 3 copies of Hero Lives. This resolves. Your opponent's going to hate you. This card is absolutely fantastic. You do not care that you have to pay half your life points because you're just going to get the hell in there anyways. Alright, now for generic support, 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. You can play a 3rd one of this easily. You could play Dark Ruler if you just want to go 2nd. I don't know, it's up to you. But 2 is the sweet number for me, but I'm not sure if I'll want to up or switch cards. I don't know, it's hard to say. 1 copy of Triple Tactics Talent. You probably should actually play more of this because we're in a hand trap format right now, and this is a Build-A-Board breaking deck. So this should probably be bumped up, but depending on the format, depends on the number of copies you play. 1 copy of Called by the Grave to hopefully hit that goddamn drone locker. 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army. Card's insane. And then 3 copies of probably my favorite card in the whole deck that's not a hero card, Book of Moon. A lot of people only opt to play 2, but that's stupid. I'm going to play 3 because 1, I own 3 ultimate rares. 2, it helps dodge Ash Blossom, not Ash Blossom, Effect Veiler, and Infinite Impermanence. And it can book the opponent's monsters. Like if you Sprite heavy meta, you book their guy, what the fuck are they going to do against it? Nothing. Also, you can use it against things like a Rise Heart or that stupid ball. And the last support card in the whole deck, 1 copy of Favorite Contact. You can add it with the new fusion guy. You can use it to summon an interrupt on the opponent's turn. Or I think a couple times I've used it to summon some of the other extra deck fusion guys, and it's really interesting. Right, so that's 40 cards for you, but I play 42. So these last 2 cards, I just wanted to make note. These could be a lot of other things, and I'll show you them here shortly. But if you're curious, in this instance, I did opt to play more Destiny heroes personally, because this is my favorite one, and this card's really, really good. But these aren't necessary. If you don't want to run this, some other options you could run depending on how you want to play the deck. You could play the Spirit of Neos and then the Protector of the Elements to give you an Omni Negate that he can search. You could play Crosskeeper, which is a really cool card. The only problem I have with it is it doesn't say Elemental Hero in its name. You could play Emergency Call as another means to search Shadow Mist, Liquid Soldier, or your Stratos. Or even this can add Spirit of Neos. Or you can opt to play more polymerizations, which I've wanted to do that too. It's kind of up to player preference. These last 2 cards in this profile are kind of essentially blank slots. I think you want to play over 40 so you can lessen drawing certain bricks. And for me personally, the number that was the exact sweet spot was 42. So that's kind of up to the player. But I opted for these 2 in this one instance because I like them. Alright, so now into the extra deck. 1 copy of Serge Tankian's favorite card ever printed. 1 copy of Flame Wingman. 1 copy of Sunrise to special off the Flame Wingman to search the Miracle Fusion, and also his general effect to pop cards when your heroes attack is insane. 1 copy of Absolute Zero for the board wipe. And the last elemental heroes are the 1 copy of what you summon off your favorite contact 99% of the time. Although I did hard make this one game using this boy and Aeneas, and it was funny. And then this card is absolutely optional, but I thought it was funny, and it's why I play the Aqua Dolphin. Elemental Hero Storm Neos. You reveal this off of the guy you're going to see here shortly, and it adds you Aqua Dolphin and Neos. That's really cool. Right. For your Destiny heroes, 1 Dangerous, 1 Phoenix Enforcer. This Dangerous was Dystopia for a time card, but this wasn't reasonable with 4 Destiny heroes in the deck. So instead I opted for Dangerous, because when in doubt you could send Shadow Mist and Malicious, get a search, and have this guy on board to do stuff. And Phoenix Enforcer is just probably the best hero fusion. And then lastly, for Masked Heroes, I just played 1 Hero Blast and Darklaw. You could opt to cut the Storm guy for another Darklaw. It's completely reasonable to do so. I just didn't find too many scenarios, especially with only 2 mask change in the deck, that I felt that I needed to play more of this. To be honest, sometimes I just wanted to play Anki, actually, to just OTK faster. Alright, that's the fusions. Now for the links, I play 2 of the best guy. Special's a Destiny hero, searches any monster. And also his requirements are 2 warriors, so you can use Aqua Dolphin to make them. 2 copies of Wonder Driver. Because I play 1 poly, you have to play the second one in order to recycle your fusion spells. But if you play 2 poly, you can cut 1. And then lastly, Extra Hero Infernal Devicer. This card is correct, because you reveal this guy, and you get 2 cards. It's really good. So that's the extra deck. Side deck, kind of irrelevant. It's where I put Droll and Lockbirds and Dark Angel. If I'm going second, that's why I put these in, and Dark Angel is for something like Runic or Branded, which can't out it by just normaling a monster and linking into something generic. 1 copy of Neospatian Air Hummingbird. It's just me being cheeky because this can also add Hummingbird, which is funny. So that's just why it's there. This is also where I put all of my back row hate. So yeah, you can do that. I also put Dark Ruler, which Dark Ruler Hummingbird is funny. And the last card is 2 Rivalry of Warlords if I know I'm going first and I just want a Floodgate. The reason I don't main it is because in the specific area I play, there's enough people that play decks that kind of generically do not lose to that card. So let's wrap this up. So there you have it, folks. My updated hero deck profile. Some final thoughts. If it is a build a board, break my board format, this deck is fantastic for that because it seems to just play through a lot. In the format we're coming up to, I'm not 1000% sure how viable it is in a competitive sense, but if you're just looking for something that'll do alright at locals and is fun to troll people with, this deck is just the deck for you. So yeah, overall, I really like the deck. We'll probably still have it together, but gonna experiment with some other decks. And yeah, this is Matt, Pig and Matt, signing out.